Okay, let's say a company is a high volume company versus a low volume company that's more boutique.
For weddings, yeah.
Do you think couples deserve to know which companies are high volume versus low volume? And do couples even care?
No, couples do not need to know who's high versus low volume. Do they deserve to know? That's not something that they deserve to know. That doesn't matter. But do they need to know or do they care? Not necessarily, but people know who's the Walmart and the superstores.
Okay, I like how you said that, but do they really? Because I had a DJ come up to me, and I'm gonna keep this ambiguous, but
Yeah.
he said there's a company that does weddings for certain people that go online, right? And he said the weddings that go online look way better than just any random person. And I'm quoting because quote for quote,
Yeah, yeah.
any random person's wedding, because he's a DJ, so he sees next day edits and he sees these companies over and over and over again.
Sure.
And he said, damn, like they shot my friend's wedding and he was a somebody, sick. But then like it was a nobody, shit was ass.
I've heard that that happens. Yeah.
Do couples deserve to know that? Do they care?
Ooh, do they deserve to know the risks of who they're hiring? Like, yeah, like it is a risk for high volume if you think you're getting like the main head honcho or the lead group that shot your cousin's wedding, but then you're getting someone different and there's no connection or the quality isn't there. That is a risk. But I think couples are sort of aware that that could happen, but then they overlook it.
But like, how would they even know?
With high volume and the work that goes on high volume studios, it's like that bell curve, okay? So there's like the average wedding is going to be decent, but that's not what's going to be shared online. Some weddings will be excellent.
Exactly. No, exactly. And there's a simple way to determine this. One company is consistent, one company is not consistent. And how do couples know if a company is consistent or not? Because
Huh.
the couples barely look at content, I feel like, when it comes to booking video people. Like, how much content can you really consume about weddings, wedding videos?
Yeah, especially if you're looking at different people,
Exactly. And they're never gonna know.
they're never going to know. But they
Until-
could be disappointed
Yeah.
if they end up watching a next day edit.
Yeah. But whose responsibility is it to,
Well, here's the thing. Like this DJ's talking about something that's like incredible versus ass, right? But that's in comparison to a really exceptional video. But even you and I have worked on some weddings where it's like, yeah, this is good, but some of them are incredible because of the team, the people.
see, it's not, I think about this too.
Okay.
It's not about one being incredible and one not. It's about consistency. And the thing with weddings is that we don't determine what we're shooting. We're documenting the location, the
Yeah.
people. We're just whatever scene we're given, that's what we have to deal with. And some filmmakers are more talented at making the exact same scene look better than the other filmmaker.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And
But I think like it is possible for a company that's high volume to be consistent. If they train enough, if they have the same cameras, if they have the same type of work ethic from their employees, that's possible. But it's when they slack on certain things, on training, on expectations,
but
then it can falter.
I guess more in the Indian industry,
Right. In the end, right.
it's like levels.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, when I was working at, I already know the name, but even at my high volume studio that I used to work at, like there were levels because we had different people.
Exactly. I work at a high volume studio too, and I disagree with your point. I think there's a huge level of inconsistency based off me coming in shooting the first wedding I've ever shot. versus the guy who's been shooting for 5 years at the company, there's a huge level
Yeah.
of inconsistency.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that there can be at a high volume studio if
I
like
don't
they
think
have
there
3
can be.
teams. No, you don't think so?
No.
There's got to be someone in the comments that knows. There's got to be someone listening.
And high volume to me is like over 30.
Sure. Yeah.
You know,
Like at my high volume studio, we did like 50 like video related, and we still had photo, and we had photo video.
yeah.
So do couples need to know? I think we sometimes leverage that with high volume studios when we're talking about it. It's like you know the team you're getting, you know the work ethic.
But couples don't understand
No, they don't.
what you just said. Couples don't understand.
The work
No, like
ethic or like the.
even when you leverage like, oh, you know, you're gonna get the same team. I don't know. I guess they do. I don't know.
I think what people don't understand is like that there is a risk when you're going for usual pricing because the high volume companies can have lower pricing and they make their money and they do it well enough, but at the expense of what? Like you just showed me a next day edit. That was like beautiful storytelling, you know, broke my heart in the last third of the video. And I don't know if that's possible at high volume studios. If there is, and they do it consistently, like goddamn, they got
Here's
something.
something that high volume studios will do now though is that they'll edit the piece afterward. The IG will look like that.
Oh, but if they're not doing it in front of the 300, 400 guests, that can be disappointing consistently. Yeah.
It's not real. And so a couple may have the perception of, no, I saw their Instagram. The Instagram's fire.
Right.
And they don't get what's on their Instagram.
Yeah. But in every product or service, there's always some like little bit of shade or something. Like we might get fresh raspberries, but they're fucking moldy 2 days later from the cheap Walmart guys, you know. It's like they promise good food, but then it's stale. Like there's like a little threshold of what is promised and delivered that's acceptable, I think. If you're listening, could high volume be consistent? Creatively, stylistically? And should couples know if they're high volume or boutique?
Yeah.
I don't think they necessarily need to know. But that's up to like, because I'm boutique, yeah, I'll let them know. Don't do high volume. Like I had a couple, my friend's getting married and he hired me for video and he kind of talked about the photographer company and their high volume. And I was like, you know, let me just refer my friends, but ultimately he couldn't afford the boutique people. And he's like, I know that there's going to be some quality. I've heard the reputation. So they just accept it.
Yeah. Honestly, and that's what sucks right now with like the economy and, you know, budgets for weddings,
Sure.
down, cancellations, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, budgets are tight. And so sometimes you do have to, this is what happens though. Sometimes you do have to conform and you have to save money on your wedding. And if the boutique studio is $10,000 more than the high volume studio, a lot of couples think that $10,000 is a good chunk of savings to skip out on that. And I understand that because I get it.
You're getting married in how many months?
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting married, so I'm on the other side of it for the first time. And I'm thinking about like, damn, you know, like we don't need that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's tough, you know what I mean? Because like, especially in our culture, weddings are so expensive as it is. And there's such an expectation of what a normal Indian wedding is.
Yeah.
And it costs a pretty penny to meet the bare minimum of that expectation of what a Indian wedding is.
Yeah. So you'd have to, on the client side, they have to give and take what they can. But what you're talking about is like the integrity of the business. I think that's kind of what you're referring to. It's like if someone is saying, I'm going to do this, they should deliver that. And you're able to do that. But we heard from the DJ, you know, or you heard from him that some companies don't deliver that. And that's like an integrity thing.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what you value. Okay, so little segue. I've been reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. This has been on my radar for like, man, I heard about this for over 10 years. And I haven't been consistent reading it, but I'm about halfway through. And I'm just gonna like open it. There are a few things that I highlight every now and then. And I wanna see how it applies to you, what you think about it, and we'll just kind of see where this takes us. We've never brought a book to our podcast before.
Dude, I haven't read a book in over a decade.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Do you audio book anything or, well, you're gonna learn today. Ooh, this is the one that like has stood out to me. Wanting positive experience is a negative experience. accepting negative experience is a positive experience. Is it too late for this? I know. This is our first like nighttime podcast recording. Yo, I'm gonna read that again. Wanting a positive experience.
No, I think you should just go to the next one.
No. You don't want. You want to skip it? All right. The one that's most important to me, he doesn't even want to talk about. All right. To not give a fuck is to stare down life's most terrifying and difficult challenges and still take action, even though you're scared. You're still gonna do it. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna make this happen. That's kind of like how I started my business. Has that applied to you at all in the last few years? You're like, I know this is gonna be hard, this is gonna be crazy, but you're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, shouldn't do weddings at once.
like the other week in Edmonton, Toronto?
Yeah, next.
Okay, all right, yo, we're just reading a bunch of things. Oh, okay, so this was talk. Okay, so pain and misery aren't a bug of human evolution, they're a feature. What this was saying is like, we are naturally going to hurt ourselves
Yeah.
and we will learn from them.
Yep.
When you're a kid, you touch the hot element, you learn instantly.
Yeah.
Or if we don't advertise during the slow season or during the middle of the season for weddings, like you're gonna have a slow.
Like I always wonder, because I don't read books, right?
Yeah, go.
Like you feel like you read this stuff and like how does it positively like impact you?
Well, first of all, my retention is pretty shit for most things. That's like I shot like a new bucker yesterday, and I met a guy from another wedding. And he's like, yo, what's up? I was at Sam and Jazz's wedding or something. My name's whatever. And I'm like, yeah, XO, what up?
Was it
One of the brothers or some cousin or some shit.
oh, Jasper and Raju?
That was the wedding I just shot, and at that bucker,
Marisha and Bao?
I don't know, Sammy,
And Brahman?
maybe. But he like tells me the name, the couple, and he's like, oh, I was at this wedding. I was like, oh, cool, man, whatever. And I was like, wait, sorry, whose wedding? And I still don't remember. You know, like there's so many things I don't retain, but that's okay. I could read this whole book of however many pages, 200 pages, and if I take away like one or two things, like fine, that's okay. I'm not Ram Dass who remembers absolutely everything.
Okay, see, this is my problem with reading, because there's a lot of time that gets taken with reading, and so you're telling me you read a book, let's say 10 hours, right? Is that?
Yeah, well, probably a little longer. Probably longer. I'm a moderate paced reader.
So let's just say like 12 hours. You take two things, like.
And like, what's the point? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
what's the
kind of.
point of reading the book?
Kind of.
Well,
Hot take.
honestly, what's the point of reading if you don't remember it? Well, for me, it's like at night, I can either watch TV, do some like inspirational work, like edit a podcast, like that's what I'm going through now, read a fiction or a nonfiction book. But I'm gonna choose. I don't feel like editing something I'm inspired by. I shouldn't watch TV. Let me just like chill in my bed and read something. So that's like, the purpose of it in that is to do something that's, while I'm still awake and still have energy, that isn't
That makes
like
sense.
taking away from
That's a great way to wind down.
This is a great way to wind down.
Yeah.
But every now and then I'll probably go back to some of these things. Okay. But some of them are like, oh yeah, some of the points like, yeah, that makes sense. I know that already.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But also you never know what you're going to get out of a book. So you're opening yourself up to something important or significant.
Right.
Like this. Hope for a life full of good problems. Because as the book says, you're always going to have problems. Mm-hmm. Like there's always going to be something like that's going to hurt you in the future. Mm-hmm. And one of the things they say in this book is like a homeless person has homeless person problems. A person with a 3-bedroom has 3-bedroom problems. You're always going to have problems. So when you talk to someone, like one of your buddies, like, man, like what's going to make you happy? What would bring you joy? And everyone's going to say, well, I want to be happy, healthy, good marriage, big home. Everyone wants that. But the question that this author is proposing that we should be thinking about more is like, what problems do you want to have? And that actually changed my perspective too. You and I, and all the like wedding, any videographer out there that's going to work 12 hours, set up a shitload of gear, unload it in the car, pack it in, set up, do the client work, eat shitty food, and then unpack, and they're like, yo, good job. They're like, that was sick. Loved it. They can handle those problems. We chose those problems, and they're still happy with it.
Yeah.
But then there are people.
You know what's funny? I say that a lot.
What's that?
Like if something stressful is going on, like I chose to have this problem. Like when I'm sitting, and I remember this so vividly, bro. Like just, you've worked in long day, lack of sleep, blah blah blah, and you're sitting there at 2 a.m. and you have like wedding at 7 a.m. and you're organizing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth a year, and like you're making sure all 6 of your cameras are there, and like you think it's like fuck, like I gotta do all this, blah blah. It's like no, you really chose to have this problem.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like what a great problem to have. Oh, sorry, I gotta touch all this gear
Gotta touch, that I dreamed about, and now it's
know?
here. Right, but that's like a healthy perspective. But not everyone is like that.
Yeah.
We know people that think they're the victims of this and that, and the world is against them and fuck them, and like, or you're stuck. Like there are definitely people that are stuck. They have to work the job to feed their family or something. Like let's not shed over that. But yeah,
It's all
go.
perspective.
It's healthy. It's healthy to say like, I chose this, I'm gonna work through it and deal with it. And that's why in the previous quote where it says like, accepting negative experience is a healthy one, right? Like, okay, I'm in a slow season right now, shit in my pants from time to time, but I know how to work it through. I can't be like, all these people are making money without me.
Yeah.
Like that's not gonna get you anywhere.
Yeah.
You just accept it and move on type thing. So yeah, hope for a life full of good problems. I like that. Better problems. On to the next one that Mav can shit on.
No, I think we're. Oh yeah.
No. That was a good one.
Yeah, we gotta end it there, but it was good. Good episode. Next topic.
Next topic. Oh, next topic? All right.
Unless you got more.
Bro, I got.
We're not a fucking book club.
We're not a book club.
Put the fucking book away, and let's talk about business.
I got good problems. I got a co-host that keeps me moving.
How's your wedding this week?
Oh, there were a few surprises. Totally judged a book by its cover. My groom and my bride, I know they're like really good people.
Yeah.
And I thought they were a little bit more reserved. They did share some stories when I interviewed them. And when I interviewed them, there were some surprises like, oh, like you like quit your jobs when you first like met each other and then went traveling for 18 months. Like they like quit everything. Like wow, like the balls to do that. Or, oh, he beatboxes and he knows like Mongolian throat singing, like quirky things, like cool things actually that I admire. But to me, I did not expect how like wild things were gonna get. We're outdoors at Van Dusen for the ceremony, and everyone's seated. You hear like the ducks in the pond, and it was beautiful. Kids playing in the distance, and then rock music comes on. Like what the heck? And this beautifully done up gentleman of a man is like hopping, jumping up and down, his hands in the air. He's like waving. He's going up to his boys in the middle of the aisle, chest bumping. They're dapping each other. And Ramdas and I are on the mic like, what the fuck? I did not expect this. Like, who is this? We were like, okay, today's actually going to be really, really fun. It was a wonderful time. And just like the humor that took us by surprise. Like we were doing the photo session and the photographer's like, okay, like we're going to get solos of the bride. Why don't we, and just groom go stand off to the side. So, I'm like a videographer, like, let me like interview him. All right, brother, like, give me something. And he starts like shadow boxing. And he's in like emerald green suit with like beautiful florals. So first of all, I'm like, okay, what do I do with this? I'm like, oh, okay, listen, I'm like moving my camera. Let's go. I'm like shouting his name, hyping him up. And he's like, all right, that was good. No idea how we're going to use it. I'm sure our editor is going to do something with it. Yeah. But it was just like, so unexpected, but I, after your wedding, was inspired to try something new. The new thing that we did was like we busted out a third camera just like during cocktail hour to film statics. We just put it on a tripod and just to get like that motion, that like still life. I guess we'll just call it
postcards.
Like it's the video postcard thing. Now, however, I'm in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, Elifer, like, how are we gonna use this in the actual edit? Because it is nice to have Instagram postcards, which is then something new I have to edit and get back on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. It's its own project. But I'm like, how are we actually going to work this into the workflow? Because now I have to tell our editor, go through this 10-minute clip of people walking at a charcuterie board and use the best clip. And is he going to fucking roll his eyes and be like, pay me more? Or what's going to happen? So I was inspired, but now I'm like, okay, how do we actually do this?
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be like an evolution.
And what this is, so you get inspired and then you start doing shit, right? Now imagine you keep like doing these 10-minute clips, blah, blah, blah. This is you investing in your product, making less money. And maybe I'm thinking too deeply.
Well, keep
But
going.
basically, like the difference between some studios is some studios will save a lot of money and make certain decisions to save a lot of money. Decisions that save a lot of money are using less cameras, shooting in 1080p versus 4K, because one of the biggest expenses for wedding studio is storage.
Yeah.
You know, we would all love to save money on storage, but you know where I'm going.
Well, it's a choice to like not adapt, innovate, and try something new. And yes, it is going to use more storage, but also at this point next year, I'll have a better idea of how to use that static camera. Like in our little inspo chat that we have, I don't know, actually, no, I don't think I sent it to you. It was actually like I just saw it on my feed. It was this beautiful static of a couple who just got married in the aisle and they're jumping up and down, but it's from behind them.
I saw that.
You saw this one?
Yeah.
And it looks like it's, I don't know, 20 mil from
Now I
like,
have a question. Why didn't you send it?
oh, I sent it, it was on Northbound. I sent it to Shy K and I'm like, oh, okay, I have to send that. So I've been working.
Okay, I thought you were gonna gatekeep.
It's been 48 hours. You think I'm gonna gatekeep? No. I intended on sending it. Right.
You know, I didn't send it because
Yeah, wait, why didn't you send it?
sometimes I look at that stuff and like the odds of like the opportunity of that shot happening are actually impossible. I think actually we should message them and see if they like photoshopped out photographers or
Right.
cameras,
They probably did, because this was my,
because it was so clean.
it was so clean.
It was
However,
never that clean.
it's not, yeah, and this is, I'm glad we're talking about this because, and let's just, again, paint the picture for people listening. It was the couple that just got married. They're holding their hands in front of the crowd. They're jumping up and down. We see the whole entire landscape. No photographers or tripods.
No
in sight.
photographers from an elevated area,
Yeah.
from probably like 50 feet away.
And they have like even like foreground of these leaves. Like they were like by a tree. It was beautiful. But how else are they going to use it? Because you would guarantee see every single shooter.
Yeah,
That's a useless shot. It would be, in my opinion, a waste.
yeah.
But that
But it went
3-second thing went viral. So
crazy.
what's the point? I guess the point is to bring people. But see, is that a lie? You know, we were talking about integrity. Is a couple going to expect that in their video?
See, this is the thing where we talk about incredible versus great. Incredible versus great,
Okay.
right?
Sure.
This is where it's all about consistency. So how I base like different companies is if you threw every wedding video company in the same room shooting the exact same wedding, what is every company's look gonna be? And that's what separates tiers of videographers.
Cool. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Where do you fall?
Like right there.
If you're like a level 10, or sorry, if the best of the best is level 10,
Yeah.
where do you fall? At least in the city. I don't know, because I don't know in North America.
Shit. You
Can we
know
do it?
Like top two, not two?
Top 2. You heard it here on the Northbound Videography Podcast. Okay, cool, interesting, yeah.
No, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Are you?
Not really. But
Right.
like, you know, place the same teams in the same wedding in the same room, and what is everyone gonna shoot? And like how are they gonna make it look? Who are they gonna interview? Who are they gonna like what vibe
Right.
that film?
Sure.
And that's what is like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
Yeah, but this viral post, I haven't seen a full highlight video from this company.
Yeah.
Now, that was a beautiful postcard, but what does it actually look like? And here's the thing. That was a beautiful postcard, but was it worth it?
But you can just tell with like in my head, I see a lot of like that beautiful content on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's really like geographically like where you're at. And
Yeah, it looked like it was like Italy or some shit, but I don't know if it was.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah. Personally, I wouldn't even like waste the time if I'm not going to use it. Like that would seem like
well, it was a beautiful shot.
it was. But
But what I'm saying is maybe they still got their other shots and they just generative AI, because it was a static. And so you could essentially like generative AI stuff. You know what I'm saying?
you could like
What if they just
They-
generative expanded it? You know?
they probably did.
I don't know. I'm
Because
not.
where the hell were the photographers?
Stop sounding like a hater, bro.
I'm saying it's a great shot, but like
You just
I wouldn't do it just for the postcard.
see. I think.
But we don't. But I'm only hating because I don't know the full scope of it. You know, what if they had 7 cameras? What if they hired a BTS person or something? You never know.
Yeah, but why you just it was great.
It was great,
Yeah, so why?
but because I wanted to do it, and then I'm like, but wait, I'd be in the shot in every single clip.
Yeah.
That's why.
But like I said, just generative AI yourself out. They do it in Hollywood movies all the time. Invest in your product.
Yeah, well, Hollywood got budget, and you know,
No, it's not that hard.
I could for the Instagram, but
That's what I'm saying. It's not hard to take something out like that. If you think about it, a static tripod.
yeah, true. If I had some gold, I like the postcard thing.
Yeah.
And going back to it, like that's why, like that's what I was excited to work on this wedding.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring something new.
Stuff that goes viral on Instagram, I think there's a direct correlation to how much effort that it takes, like, to post something, to shoot something, to compose something. Effort versus virality, there's a linear dynamic there.
Maybe in our industry, because you know, a clip of someone falling in a pond on from an iPhone camera goes viral.
Yes, but in wedding photo videos,
Yes. Okay. Yeah. In our industry.
the stuff
Yeah.
that goes viral is the stuff that not everyone can do. It's like the barrier to entry kind of, where when I look at something and I'm like, how did they do that? Or sometimes I look at something and I'm like, I couldn't even do that.
Right. I can't think of like the latest viral clip. You know.
It was just that one. What was
Sure,
that
yeah,
for?
that
In
we
my
could
head,
do.
I saw that and I was like, I couldn't even do that. I'm not even gonna send this in an inspo group because we can't even do that because we're gonna be in the show. Like that was in my head.
Yeah. See. Exactly. So now there probably was magic that was done to it, and that made it so much more beautiful. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think what not everyone knows is that everyone should know that the stuff that on Instagram that goes viral there's many different products when it comes to your wedding films and photos. And the stuff on Instagram is different but is it different? Have attention spans gotten so low that a couple of nice reels make it worth it? You know what I mean? They get the security camera version of their like Wally wedding video.
No, I think the reels are like the top of funnel. People see it and they're like, shit, that's cool. But what they actually want, usually my average couple, they actually want like a video that can help them remember. But they need to see.
But couples only care about like maybe like a 10-minute video, 7-minute video.
Most, at least Indians, they feel like they want the next day edit. But the reels bring them in.
Yeah.
So there is a purpose to having a viral reel or having more content out there.
But what I'm saying is it's two completely like separate things.
Yes, a moment versus an entire edit is absolutely different. If we're talking even the commercial music video, like that social reel, that one thing that people saw, it's like, oh man, I didn't see how much work it was gonna be for the whole production, the lights, the this, the that. Like it's all very different. But we have to educate people. What time? Oh shit, it's 10:12. Guys, we're gonna probably just leave it there. We old, grumpy. Not actually.
I'm gonna go pack.
You gotta go pack. Where are you going? Should we tell? I can't probably talk about that. I should say we go.
I'm going to.
Well, you're never gonna find out where Nav was going. But we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for joining us.
Do I interrupt you too much?